on a new level. You know I'm on a new level. Pull up in foreigns, you know that I'm scoring, I'm on a new level.
Welcome back to Kings at the Table podcast, where if you're a king, you belong at the table. Today, we're here at AB, Juan.
Algo Bueno, right here on Northgate in Sacramento, California.
Great Mexican restaurant. You know, overall, they have a lot of games here.
Great atmosphere.
Great atmosphere. And not just to mention that, it's family.
It's family, baby.
And you guys got to make sure to tune in, not just to our episodes, but you guys have to go follow Algo Bueno, their Instagram, all their social media platforms, and make sure y'all go check that restaurant out.
Oh, absolutely. Everything on this menu, man, I think it always hits. You know what I mean? It's always a great place, great vibe, and most importantly, they got, great deals here, especially during game times and stuff like that. And they got TVs. They got everything you're going to need to make a game day, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, whatever the situation may be. It makes it more enjoyable and, again, family atmosphere. So it's always a good vibe here.
Definitely. And talking about good vibes and always hitting, let's talk about them Packers, man, because them Packers are 2-0.
They're on all cylinders, folks. I mean, they damn near look unstoppable. They're like, I was looking at it earlier. It's going to be, I'm hoping, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. But if they play the Eagles here sometime soon, that's going to be a matchup to watch.
Yeah, that would definitely be a matchup. But, I mean, this matchup against the Commanders was something to watch because you're talking about Jaden Daniels. And the Commanders are coming up. They're definitely a team that's trending the right way. You would consider them contenders early in the season.
Absolutely.
This game, though, they didn't quite look like contenders.
No, not at all. I felt the offense took a long time to kind of get going. I mean, they did lose Austin Eckler in that game. It's probably looking like an ACL. Sad thing to see anybody get injured. You know what I mean? But definitely, going forward, there should be. I feel like that was a good test for them early. They got the game over the Giants last week, but this one was a really good test to see where you're really at. A lot of these teams either bounce back or kind of got all placed into reality.
Well, Juan, since you said to see where you're at, where do you put the Commanders at? Like, are you still thinking they're contenders? Are you? It's too early, obviously.
It's still too early, but I mean, this is a really good early experience. Especially like, okay, this is what's out there. We know what we need to do to fix this and keep this football team going in the right direction, if you will. What about you? How do you feel about this early season? But I mean, you still see this great play from the Green Bay Packers, man. Like, I mean, and also too with the Washington Commanders. Like, where do you kind of see them as far as tests for both teams?
As far as the Packers, I mean, I think we kind of nailed it last week, and we're talking week one. Not just because it's week one, because what we seen last year. Like, that team is trending the right way, and I don't even think at this point it's trending. I think they're there. I think the Packers are definitely the team to beat in the NFC right now. Like, I could probably consider them top dogs, man. I mean, they're right there with the Eagles.
I would put them in the exact same spot, and it almost feels like everybody else is kind of sort of in the middle of the pack in a way. I mean, yeah, there's a couple other teams out there that are 2-0, but I mean, what the Packers are showing, they're showing like that top tier of the NFC for sure right now.
For sure. Well, I mean, let's get quick into that injury that happened with Joe Burrow. I mean, that's something that's really tough to watch, only because it's not the gruesome of the injury, but it's more so that Juan, you mentioned it, that he was eventually going to get injured, and it's not that we wish that upon them. It's more so that he had no time to throw with the offensive line.
I mean, again, this is the one thing I highlighted very key. Like, it's going to happen eventually. And, I mean, I hated to say the fact that, like, it's like I told you so kind of thing. But, I mean, this should really be an eye-opener for the Cincinnati Bengals to, like, you need to start making moves now, because you're just going to run through quarterbacks, after a while, man. You got to protect your key piece in the offense, and that's going to be your quarterback. We have Jake Browning, Sacramento native.
Shout out to
Browning. He had a rough outing, but I mean, he got the job done, right? So I mean, this is a huge hit for the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know if you were sitting in. Let me have you put your GM hat on, bro.
I got it on.
If you're taking over the Bengals right now, what's gonna literally be your next move after you just lost your star quarterback for the next, I think they said 3 months possibly. So where do you really sit at now?
I mean, at this point, you just got to ride Browning, make sure that he's not that you're saying he's going to be the next franchise quarterback. Obviously, you got Burrow, but it's more so of just like he's out for 3 months, dude. Like at this point, it's not what the GM could do now. It's more so what he could have done before, and we talked about that last week.
Like an eye opener, basically. Well,
Right.
shit. This is more than an eye opener. It's already happened. Now you're kind of in like shambles, I guess you could say.
I think more so now it's the owner looking at the GM like, you didn't see this coming? I mean, all the fans have been telling you.
What about the offensive line coach? I mean, you're working with these guys all day long. I mean, you're gonna be like, yep, this is the best we got. Like, wow, really? This is the best you got?
So you're saying some
It's got to go down a little bit further down, too. You know what I mean? Okay, put it this way, man. If you're the GM, right, and I'm I'm under you, and I'm telling you, like, hey, look, we're out of cups, or for some reason, I'm just using the restaurant environment right now. Like, hey, boss, we're out of cups. Okay, just use some other cups. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should be able to know what you got right now, and that way you can avoid these kind of situations. I mean, that was probably like a really bad analogy.
No, it makes sense. You're more so saying that if there's cups missing, someone has to eventually say that.
Yeah,
right.
There you go. Oh, yeah, there you go. Bring it
Yeah.
up to the next person so that way you can avoid these kind of situations. So if you're an offensive line coach, right, and if I'm the offensive line coach, I was like, hey, look, coach, this line ain't really doing it. Okay, now it's up to you two to figure out, okay, well, what do we need to do to fix it, bring it up to the GM. And obviously this is something that they didn't even avoid.
Yeah, I get it. And again, we covered it last week, but something we got to switch directions to is as far as bringing something up. You know, it's a matter of time that ESPN is not bringing it up. And, you know, we do have our GM hats on.
Yep.
And it's not just because we have a hat, because we have the logo of Kings at the Table.
Because we belong at the table.
And we think we're general managers,
Absolutely.
right?
It's always time to figure out how to make things better.
Let us run a team, and I guarantee you
Oh,
that team will. You see, so
bro, we'll win a championship. We'll put this team together real quick.
right. So the Bears.
There's no fixing.
Okay, so I mean,
Nah.
they got blown out by the Lions. Hats off to the Lions. It's not taking nothing away from the Lions, especially the way they looked against the Packers last week.
Yeah.
They came out. The Lions showed back up at the zoo.
Yeah, there you go. Finally, they were just in the back. They didn't get fed yet. They got fed on Saturday.
Okay, so they're back. Now, let's get to the Bears because it's time to start asking about Caleb Williams.
You know what sucks? And as much as I kind of hate to say this, Rich, I think it's too early, dog. I think it's still too early.
Go ahead.
I know. And I'm usually the one that likes to jump the gun real quick. You know that.
This is just a question.
I know, but I can't. It's hard to want to put your faith in this guy again because we've kind of seen this trend already. But again, I think it's still too early, Rich. I feel like he's still in the pass zone. He's still in that pass zone, if you know what I mean. And you know what I mean by that.
I get it. I get what you're saying. You're saying it's too early. You're saying it's only week 2. But my whole thing is you have everything right now, dude. It's not like last year where you can blame the offensive line. You can blame, stability. Again, it's only week 2. But you have Ben Johnson, an offensive coordinator that was great with the Lions.
Yes, sir.
You have an offensive line. I mean, the receivers are out the roof. You got yourself a running back. I mean, I hate to point fingers, but at some point, this is all I'm saying, Juan. I'm not saying that let's come down on Caleb and say, oh, man, he needs out. It's more so like, hey, more eyes need to be focused on Caleb.
So, like, you feel like he's getting too much of a good pass, in a sense, you know what I mean?
Hey, we came at Trevor Lawrence. We came at Justin Herbert.
Well, the difference between those guys is they've been in the league for a little while. They both been in the league for a little while. I think we're sitting here at
Year 2?
Year 2 for Caleb. You got the Trevor Lawrence he's been in the league for a while.
I don't get all mad now.
Oh man, I'm feeling it now.
Nah, but with Caleb though.
I mean,
when do you say?
I think he gets this year, and as much as I hate to say it, and you're gonna be like, Juan, you're tripping. I think he still gets a pass next year. I know that's so hard for you to believe that I even would say something like that because I'm real quick to turn around on somebody. But he still, I believe, gets the pass until next year. After next year, it's over here. Free little, hey, it's okay, buddy. A little tap on the back. You know what I mean? He's still getting his participation award at the end of the season.
Okay, so why is he getting that pass this early in the season?
He's getting it this early, I believe, Rich, because it's your first year with the new coach. okay. I mean, granted, I know, I can already see you, Rich. I see you, Rich.
Go ahead.
I see you, but he still gets the pass just because it's still early in the season. It's your first year with this coach. If we're still having this conversation, Rich, week 4 next year, absolutely.
Next year?
Yes, Rich. He's
So,
gonna.
okay, so what record are you giving them this season?
I'm not even looking at their schedule, bro.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's
'Cause
tough.
I okay. So
So,
with
so
that
if they
going-
win 6 wins, that's a pass?
no, I mean, when is it ever a pass? But we're talking about somebody who's still. I mean, we're talking about somebody year 2.
Okay.
Talking somebody year 2. We don't really haven't seen their potential. Their height limit. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't seen that yet, and I feel like he still gets that pass up until next year, midway next year. That's as far as I'm giving him. I mean, I don't know how far you're going to let him slide or let him go with it, but I mean, where are you sitting at with it?
Yeah, Juan, I'm more so saying that this year he had to show something. Again, it's only week 2, but he hasn't showed that yet. And it's like, dude, you had 2 weeks. I mean, you have preseason, you have the off season, you have all the things you need, right, as far as weapons. And now you want us to continue to keep giving you a pass? You mentioned something a lot on this podcast, and it says it depends how you lose.
Yeah.
Juan, they haven't had a real chance.
No, they had a chance week 1 for at least a little bit.
Okay.
They had a little. They showed a little bit of a glimpse of daylight, if you will.
Do you not remember how they
Yeah,
lost?
I know.
That second half, I mean, you had that game won. You got to close that out. Then you go against Detroit.
We're talking about the Bears, Rich. We talk about the Bears, bro. It's kind of like a continuing reoccurrence, bro. It's like again, it's like when you see the Browns on your schedule. You're like, oh, hey, look, we got the Browns right there. I mean, I get to say that 2 times a year, but I mean, you get to say like, oh yeah, we got the Browns this year. But I know we're all kind of like, you know, in the mix with them ish.
Yeah.
But Rich, I think Caleb still gets his pass, bro. And what happens if, okay, let's say like it clicks and finally like week 3 he shows something like oh, this is the like you come out like, bro, that's the Caleb I've been waiting to see. Because you're still high on him. That's another one that gets me, bro.
Right.
You're cutting him off, and I'm the one letting him stay.
Exactly. Well, that's how it works, though. That's how
That's how we do it. Yeah, that's how
Right.
we do it.
Because we got to tell each other, we got to bring ourselves back in and say, hey, give them a little break.
It's all, hey, go take a walk real quick and come back.
Straight up. Well, I mean, let's get to this next team. You mentioned the Browns, and the Browns are 0-2 with Joe Flacco. Again, they went against the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens had to do what they had to do, especially coming off a loss against Buffalo. But, Juan, at what point do we start asking about the quarterback situation?
You know, that's a real tough one, especially there. You have a lot of options there. You know, you have Dylan Gabriel, you have Shador, and then you also have Joe Flacco. I mean, and we have the other guy, but, you know, it's kind of irrelevant now if you really think about it. But, I mean, who's going to give you okay. I'll say ride Flacco one more game.
Oh, just one game.
Give him one more game.
Okay.
I mean, you play 2 tough teams, divisional games. You know what I mean? And you know more than anybody, those are like your hardest games of the season.
I believe that wholeheartedly.
Oh, exactly. So like,
I don't care how bad a team is or a franchise, they know you best.
Those games, I believe, are the biggest. When there's a will, there's a way, and we've seen it countless times.
I consider them siblings.
Damn near. They have like the weird relationship. Those two, the Ravens and the Browns, have a weird relationship. Sitting on the outside, looking in on them. You know what I mean? But no, Rich, I think you give Joe Flacco one more chance. I say that because you're gonna put either one of those guys that come up, you're gonna put them in a real bad spot. Personally, I think, because you're kind of like, you know, just throwing them out to the wolves at this point, and it's not gonna get any easier. But then again, you can't kind of like sugarcoat an entryway when you get into the league. You know what I mean? So, I mean, soak as much game as you can this next one, and then after that, whatever happens, I guess you go based off of those assumptions of whether you're gonna ride back Flacco or you're gonna start to coming up with a new game plan developing forward for either one of those guys to come up.
I guess I'm more so asking like that whole just one more game. Okay, let's say he wins. Keep Ryan, you know, have Flacco just be the quarterback
It's okay. Again, it's going to be a week-by-week basis.
Okay, so as a franchise, like,
Is that the right thing to do? Hell no.
okay, so that's what we're talking about.
I understand.
So,
But you don't want to throw these two young quarterbacks because
like, forget wins and losses.
I don't think. In a way, it kind of sounds weird, but they might not even be game time ready. You might actually have to go to Deshaun.
Yeah, you're saying as far as just the rookie quarterbacks?
I hate the throwing them in just like that because then that's how you find out, like,
Doesn't that what every other?
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you just get brought in. Jordan Love's an example.
So hold on.
He got brought in, right? Jordan Love got brought
Right.
in.
Are we saying that the Browns are doing it the right way?
Well, I mean, it's a better way. At least I feel like it's a confidence booster in a sense. I feel like it kind of feels like a confident booster for them. That way you're not just like, okay, it's like you come into your job. All right, hey, you're already back 45 minutes. You got to catch up, and you got to work at 12 today. You could be like, dude, I'm already in a hole. Like, I'm not going to catch up at all. It's going to take you a long time to get back to where you need to be.
I would say more so like, I don't think it's like something getting pushed on them. I think it's an opportunity. It's like, hey, man, we seen your work. We've been looking elsewhere, but I think you're ready to be our supervisor. You're ready to be the quarterback.
So you would feel like you would, if you were over there, you'd pull that trigger.
Oh, I would have been done it.
Okay, so which one would you go with? I mean, it's hard because I know you're a Shador guy.
Right.
So, like, I mean, in all honesty, which one would you really go with?
I would go Gabriel.
Gabriel, you think?
And that's not to give who's better. It's more of the higher pick. And let's see what you got because we spent all this on you.
True.
As far as that high pick. It's not taken away from Gabriel. I'm not saying he doesn't have it. He can be that franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm a Shador fan. I like Shador. I think he can lead a franchise. I'm not saying he's a top-tier quarterback. I've never said that. I said he is a franchise quarterback.
Okay.
I think he will get that opportunity eventually, hopefully. But I think you would start with Gabriel.
So do you think if they put Shador in, that'd be more of a, hey, come check us out kind of grab? Like,
yes and no. I mean, it could also be how he looked at practice. I mean, what if he's leading the guys? Yeah. What if people are buying into what Shador's bringing?
Yeah, that's true.
So at some point, like, I get the whole Flacco and ease them in, the young guys. But it's like, dude, come on, Flacco. Come on, respect to Flacco. He got a Super Bowl, great quarterback. But what is he going to get you there? Is he going to get you to the playoffs? Probably not.
Probably not.
Why are you wasting this time for these young guys to get reps? Every week counts, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Okay, so what about this? Do you throw Deshaun in this conversation?
Sorry, I
I
kind of already.
I know. I think a lot of us already have him checked out.
Yeah.
I mean, is there an opportunity, you think?
For Deshaun?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I just.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, respect. I mean, I don't even, whatever, dude. Like,
yeah, we could just leave it at that. And, speaking of leave it at that,
yeah.
The Rams are leaving it like that right now, bro. They're 2-0. They look very convincing. What are we talking about here? Can these guys run this table? I mean, it's early. I mean, that division's pretty cool right now because you got the Rams at 2-0. Got the Cardinals at 2-0, the 49ers at 2-0 with an injured quarterback.
Right.
And then you have the 1-1 Seahawks. So, but the Rams, I think out of all those guys, have really came out and started balling pretty solid wholeheartedly. I mean, personally, from what I've seen so far, and you mentioned it, off air and everything. Is this Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua combo the real deal all the way? Matthew Stafford's got cheat codes is basically what we're saying here. Is that how we're feeling now, Rich?
Oh, I mean, most definitely. I think we look at the Rams last year and how they were a play away to possibly making the Super Bowl against the Eagles.
Yep.
You couldn't overlook that team this year. There's no way. If you do, you probably don't know football, honestly. Like, the Rams are a contending team starting week 1, and they're 2-0. But now the question, how you're asking, is about Adams and Puka. Like, are they the best 1-2 punch receivers in the league?
They could do it all.
They have to be, bro. Like, you talk A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, maybe.
Yeah, but right now it's more one-sided over there.
Higgins, Chase.
Yep.
What other guys we got?
You got the possibility of a CD and George Pickens.
George Pickens, okay.
That's another duo right there. That's up there.
I think I'm going Puka and Adams.
You take those ones out of all of them?
You got the OG still routing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that one-on-one play with Adams to the touchdown, bro. He routed him.
That's nasty.
And he's
he's still doing it, too.
Right.
That's
Puka,
crazy. Puka's the same thing. They both can run routes. That little run that he had, that was an amazing play. I thought I was like, oh, that's a dead play right there, and he just popped right out at the end and he scored the touchdown. I was like, dang, the Rams are nice, man, and the defense is pretty solid too, man.
Yeah. So I mean, where do you got the receivers? Are you saying they're top 3?
That's definitely. Let's go ahead and just put them in the top 3. Top 3 conversations definitely for best combination wide receivers.
Right.
Hell yeah! I mean, I'll take. If you gave me like those options right there, I'd be like, that'd be a high. That's a high like up there. Like, okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna run with that one.
Kind of hard to argue that they're not.
Yeah, I mean, if everything was beautiful and sunshines in Cincinnati, you might be saying a different story. You know what I mean? If we had all sunshines and rainbows there, but that offensive line ain't helping them out.
Yeah. Well.
Speaking of help out.
Yeah, helped out, Juan. This game is very frustrating to talk about right now. I'm going to have you go ahead and lead the way.
Oh, man. So, in favor for Rich, we're going to talk about this odd situation that happened at the end of the game, the Colts versus the Broncos, Rich. And I think a lot of people kind of want to hear how you felt about that whole awkward flag field goal situation, man, because it's kind of hard for words. I mean, I personally didn't see the no leverage.
You seen it?
I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's against the rules to jump now. I mean, could we review the leverage?
Well,
Throw the challenge flag.
Right, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That was one of your little highlights that you had last week. Like you wanted, the whole Dak thing with the spitting thing. But, I mean, in this situation, we got this weird leverage call, Rich. I mean, can you break it down for everybody who hasn't?
As far as just the call?
The whole that whole situation. Let's let the fans in on how Rich was watching this game.
I mean, I was watching the game, right? And it's more so of a great game. I'm not even close to feeling salty for, the Colts winning this game. It doesn't matter who won the game. It's more of the call. Like, how did you call that? You're talking about a 60-yard field goal. What's the probability of making that, first of all?
I mean,
in the game
right now, field goal kickers are kicking.
The 60-yarder game winner. The probability.
It's not the highest.
It's
not the highest.
Juan,
give you a realistic number. Let's go a 60-yarder. Damn, that's crazy.
Game winner, though. It's not just the first quarter.
But also, let's play this one little thing called
It's just
elements.
a question. Come on now.
Give or take maybe like a 40%. Yeah.
Under 50. Okay?
Okay.
Under 50. Coin
50-50. Yeah, exactly.
Under 50. Wide right.
Wide right. You made it look like it was a bad golf swing, like I spliced.
I mean, pretty bad. So, wide right? And then they call a flag for pushing the center down. I get if you're pushing, using as leverage to block. This was strategic. Like, again, hats off to the offensive coordinator on the Colts. I felt like they went down.
Played the role a little bit.
You're a defensive line. How do you get past the offensive line? Are you supposed to just put your hands up and move your body? Seriously. Like, you have to use your hands, right?
You did a shimmy?
Like, what's going on here? Like, so he puts his hands on the center. Center flops down. He doesn't even try to use the leverage. And the flag is thrown. Like,
no, I mean that was. I've seen worse kind of incidents like that than that. You know what I mean? Like I've seen somewhere like, bro, you hella pushed him, like clear as day. But that one was such. I mean, I didn't see it. I
kept asking people around. I was like, what am I not seeing? Like I literally just said, I zoomed out. I said, all right, look, I'm very looking at it as a Bronco fan. Let me just stop. Straight, completely stop what I'm thinking. Hey, what am I not seeing? Am I not seeing?
He said, break down the rule for me real quick.
And they're just like, I don't know.
I mean, to get a leverage call at the end of the game like that is absolutely unacceptable in a way, bro. Don't let the game end on that kind of a. Okay, I could see if running into the kicker or something else,
or literally use leverage to block.
Exactly, yeah, or use actual leverage, but for something like that the way that game ended, that wasn't the right way. It should have went.
And so Juan, again, it's 15 yards. Like, where does that change?
Wait, that was
15. It wasn't no repeat down. It wasn't 5 yards.
That should have just been a 5-yard penalty.
It should have been a repeat down.
Yeah, 5-yard penalty and repeat down. 55er, but then damn, the odds kind of go up off of 60 to 55.
Man, and just to get away from that whole call, I do got to get my hats off to the Colts though.
2-0.
They're a dangerous team.
Daniels is the new Mayfield, but with the Colts right there, folks. He found his home.
Yeah, that offensive line is no joke. When I say it, I mean it, because they had all day.
He did not get sacked, Rich.
They have not punted the ball in 2 games. That's the first time in history.
Rich, you guys didn't get 1 sack.
They didn't punt the ball. I don't know what's more impressive.
Both of those stats are fucking crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude. That's
like,
crazy. And we're here at Kings at the Table, man. We're saying that the Broncos are gonna have a top defense.
Right.
I wholeheartedly believe that. I know Rich believes it too. But bro, you guys did not touch Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was a good game. We went down to the wire.
Okay, so now are we gonna say that it's great team play, or is it gonna be really good coaching over there? Because and we're talking about almost a complete 150, 100. What is that? 360-degree turnaround
Juan,
from last season, or was it quarterback play?
You know what it is? It's that offensive line.
Built right.
There we go.
Because
we say that all the time.
The Bears need to take some notes.
Everybody.
Because and the Bengals, the Bears and the Bengals need to take notes, because that's an bro. That I'm like flabbergasted right now. I didn't even think of it that way. You haven't punted in 2 games, bro. This punter is getting paid to chill at the game.
Yeah, straight up. It's a trip, man.
That's letting you know the dominance of some offense right there, bro.
Right.
And Danny Dimes, he was out there doing it.
He was.
He put up some good numbers.
And don't take away from Taylor either. Jonathan Taylor's back.
Jonathan Taylor is back. I mean,
Offensive line.
Can you guys hire us? We'll fix your team.
How about we put some recognition on the offensive line?
For real. Let's this one. Hey, Kings at the Table. We don't do this often, but hey, shout out to the Indianapolis Colts offensive line.
You're the MVP. You are leading this team. Every single one of that linemen on that line. Hats off to you guys.
Hell yeah. Because that is the most – I've never heard that. I'm still, like, processing this one. That one's a real deep cut, Rich. Because I would never be able to say something like that. My team hasn't punted all season. I mean, yeah, we're 2 games in, but we're 2 entire football games in, Rich.
We're talking about the history of the NFL. This hasn't happened. I think they said in, like, 1950, if that.
That's before the challenge flag. It doesn't matter, no.
So, I mean, going back to the Colts, they are contenders, though.
They are real right
really
now.
Early, too.
Yeah. And can you imagine if they just get a little bit more help? Oh, and then let's not forget, they got your homeboy who you really wanted in the draft, Tyler Warren. He got a couple good plays in that game, too.
Yeah.
They're I think, Rich, real thing, I think they are maybe a wide receiver away from completing that whole team out.
As far as just being, like, serious contenders?
Yeah. Like, I think that's the last thing they're missing, because their defense is playing really good.
But who would have thought with the quarterback? You know what I'm saying? Like, who would have thought?
Daniel Jones. Who would have thought Daniel Jones? That's crazy.
I know Pat McAfee's from Indiana.
Yeah, he was long time.
And he keeps saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Can you imagine?
I don't know if a lot of that is because he's a Colts fan, or if, he really starting to see that they have a chance.
Maybe that's the recipe, Rich. Maybe that's the recipe. You got to get drafted by a New York team and suck hard enough
this guy
to get moved over to another team, and then
Saquon.
really show what you can do. Saquon, right? We're talking
Odell,
right? Who else are we talking about? We're talking about Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Right?
We're talking about Sam Darnold. You got a bunch of these guys. Sauce Gardner, you're next, bro. I'm praying for you to get out. You got to become one of the top corners in the league, man. You got to become one of the top corners. But again, shout out to the Indianapolis Colts offensive line. I wish my offensive line was as good as your guys'.
Right. And then, Juan, let's get into this other game that was definitely a headline. It's the rematch. As far as the Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs hosted the Eagles. Overall, pretty good game, but they're 0-2 now. First time in Pat Mahomes' career.
Not only that, but let's also put the obvious out there. They're on a 3-game losing streak.
Right.
Carrying in from last year, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. How are you gonna fix the Chiefs? How can you let's throw your GM and your coaching hat on. I mean, I ain't not assistant coach because you ain't taking over Andy.
Nah.
So let's spit it out for everybody. Let them know how what's the locker room vibe right now you thinking over there, especially 0-2, man. A lot of guys on that team probably don't really know what that is.
First time in his career.
That's what I'm
Mahomes, the
saying.
leader. I mean, as far as fixing, I mean, this last game, they could have won that. I mean, I don't know if you've seen that interception with Travis Kelce. That should have been a touchdown right there. I
Yep.
mean, if not a touchdown, you're talking about the 1 yard line to get a touchdown. And the whole momentum changes. They're 1-1 is a different story. But they are 0-2. How's the locker room? I'm pretty sure there's a little tension there. Not just offense, defense, I think with each other with the same team as far as the same side, the defense with each other. I don't know if you saw that Chris Jones and the linebacker Tranquil, I think his name
They
is.
had a little, yeah.
That was week 1.
Yeah.
And then you saw this roll over to week 2 with Chris Jones
Yep.
and now Jalen Hurts. What was that whole?
He's all like, he didn't even get 100 yards. He's like, shut your ass up. He's like, we win the game.
Right.
But I mean,
That's the frustration.
it's you definitely getting voice, it's being seen. And they have the same coaching staff. You know, they got Spagnuolo there. You know, a very veteran kind of guy, and it almost looks like he's not. The defense is not on the same page, because I mean, obviously the name of the game is outscore your opponents, but at the same time too, they're not. They don't. It almost seems like they're not 100% confident in their abilities on defense. If I don't know if you could kind of see that.
Somewhat.
Because, I mean, we both know that this is damn near the same team from last year, and that defense was good enough, pretty solid. You know, it was getting the job done.
I mean, to hold the Eagles under 20, that's pretty good, though.
Yeah, considering the fact that we know how much they can actually really get down, get to scoring. But also,
And
too,
the Chiefs have no receivers. Mahomes is carrying that team, man.
yeah.
It's not to take away from Mahomes.
No, it's not. But also, too, like, you know, this is kind of, you know, echoing from our first episode, the Eagles look kind of beatable.
Yeah,
I mean,
I could say that.
You know, they look kind of beatable. That defense is still the question mark, even though the defense got it done yesterday. So, but I mean, I'm still, you know, it's still out there. Like, I'm not 100% sold on this Eagles defense. They're gonna, if they catch somebody on a bad day, it'll be a wrap for sure.
But let's just get back to the Chiefs headline as far as them being 0-2. They're in a tough division. You got the Chargers and Raiders today.
Yes, sir.
That one team will be 1-1, the other one will be 2-0.
Yes.
Broncos are 1-1. Where do you see the Chiefs going from here? They got the Giants next week in New York, and then they got Baltimore.
Well, those are two. Okay, well, the Giants showed a little bit of light this weekend, especially against the Cowboys game. It was definitely a Cowboy Giants type of game, but I mean, they're not that much of a pushover. You know, they have a pretty good team in New York. You know, I know 0-2 doesn't speak the best, but they're in every game. So for them to go against the Chiefs,
Are you telling me they have a chance?
right now, Rich, they probably do.
There we go.
They probably do, and it's because of that the New York Giants' defensive line. They got 3 monsters on that that defensive line. But going back to the Chiefs, yeah, you know, if they're not going to get any help in the receiving area, man, it's going to probably get a little bit more ugly. And I think that defense needs like a good happy day where like they go out there and they ball, and then it's kind of like, all right, yeah, no, we know who we are, we can get this going back up again or whatever. But it's going to be a tough one going against the Giants possibly next week because, you know, again, they've been in every game and they can score.
Are they in
Sure.
trouble
If you lose this next one, oh yeah, you're in trouble.
if they win? Then they got Baltimore.
If they win, then you better hope you can pull one together against Baltimore.
So they win 2 in a row.
To win 2 in a row just to at least be a clean slate again. But
You win one of those. I mean, lose one of those.
if you lose, I mean, it's easy to say if you lose to the Ravens more than you know losing to the Giants. I know I'm just giving the Giants some props, but let's be honest. You know that at the end of the day, they're gonna have to look at the Ravens possibly again if they get inside the playoffs.
Oh, I was saying more so the division right now.
For,
I mean, you start 1-3 in the division.
especially in your division. That's gonna be a kind of an eye opener because, yeah, man,
Well, I
it's
mean,
a long season and you still got to play a couple other guys.
Chargers.
there it
Raiders?
is, right there.
And not just that. I mean,
Everybody in your division is on the up
right.
and they're on the down.
So
In a way, you know what I mean? Like it sucks to say that and it's weird to say that, but Yeah, no. Actually, we got some breaking news. It says here Jaden Daniels has a knee injury, and his status is unknown for Sunday against the Raiders, Rich.
Oh,
This
damn.
is reporting from Adam
Breaking
Schefter.
news.
Right here on this podcast, right
Where
here.
we at?
We're at Algo Bueno, bro. We're at Algo Bueno.
I'll go bueno breaking news
For
again.
reals.
Jaden Daniels is questionable against the Raiders.
Next week. That's going to be interesting. Bad.
A knee injury?
We can, I mean, it's a long shot, but if the Raiders win tonight
Oh,
and they're playing against a Jaden Daniels Commanders,
3-0?
what are we talking about, folks?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The 3-0 Raiders, possibly?
Hey, possibly. And, you know, speaking of tonight's game, Chargers and Raiders, you know the coaches have history, right?
Oh, yeah, these guys go way back to college days.
Right.
You know what I mean? The USC versus Stanford days.
There's some bad blood there.
You know, I like watching these two guys go at each other.
Right.
Especially when their teams go at each other. Those games were awesome to watch.
Must watch today.
Absolutely, for reals. Who you got tonight? You going Chargers or the Raiders?
It's in Las Vegas, right?
It's in Vegas. Are you going with the Raiders?
Shit. I think I'm going to have to go to the Raiders.
With the Raiders.
Yeah, but regardless, I want to
Regardless.
see a good game.
I know, real talk. You know what, Rich?
What you got, man?
I'm riding with the Raiders too.
Yeah?
Damn.
The
Raiders.
momentum,
The momentum. They got a little bit of a,
chip on their shoulder?
chip on the shoulder, and you got, the homeboy Pete Carroll out there. So he's you've already seen it.
Let me ask you this one. Do you think he's in the locker room right now, like, telling the team the history about Harbaugh? They don't like each other, bro.
That would be a really good
Motivation?
motivation for the week. That would have been crazy. You can go so many ways with that one. Like, this one's for me, guys. Like, go, show them that I, all
I'm
this.
here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those. But you know what? I'm not going to lie. I really love seeing when Jim Harbaugh and his quarterback, whoever it is, because he was doing it in San Francisco,
Right.
he did it everywhere, that connection that he has with them. Like, that's got to be one of the most, like, a great feeling, because you almost don't even really get to see that kind of stuff anymore like that with, like, a quarterback and the coach. You know what I mean? Especially like that. Lately, all we've been seeing is a lot of angry on the sidelines.
I mean, yeah. But there is that connection on a lot of other teams, though.
Yeah.
But those are usually the
Yeah.
teams that are doing well. Let's real quick before we close out, Buccaneers and Texans in Houston.
Let's go Tampa.
You going Tampa?
I think Tampa, bro. I like what they got. It's Baker Mayfield. That's what it is.
Yeah,
That they got that spunk kind of grit kind of thing. You know what I mean?
they do. Good receivers.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Who you got? Who you feeling in this one?
Shit. I like the Bucks, like you're saying, but I think I'm going to go Texans because I think that's a must-win more than the Bucks. They have to win this, dude.
I think it is, but also too,
Especially the way Colts are looking.
bro, C.J. Stroud is kind of my biggest fear right now,
Right.
and it sucks because we had gotten to see such great play from him, obviously in his first year. Second year wasn't the best. They had that horrible stat last year, the no touchdowns after the second half. And you know what, Rich? It kind of starting to look a little bit like that right now. I mean, again, we're only 2 weeks into the season, but that meltdown they had last week, if I were to tell you that game was last year, you would have been like, oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
As far as, quarterback play.
It hasn't changed, you're saying.
Yeah, and it sucks because we got high hopes for CJ here, and it didn't look that great last week, but we'll see what he can do this week as far as turning it around.
Definitely. I got them turning around. I'm going Texans. But, Juan, let's just close out. We're here at Algo Bueno. Appreciate you guys having us here.
Yes, thank you, Algo Bueno. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for letting us hang out here and talk a little football here in this beautiful establishment.
Right, Juan. But what do we always say on this show?
Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Talk to us. We talk back to you guys. We're on all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And, yeah, man, what do we always say, Rich? If you're a king,
If you're a king,
you belong at the table. We'll see you guys.
Gone.